As October slowly sweeps in, I have already begun dreaming of the beauty of autumn. The season of autumn holds a very special place in my heart. I have lovely memories of dancing leaves and cozy sweaters. Even though it does not last nearly as long as winter, based on the places I have lived and am currently living, I enjoy committing to the transition and dressing up my surroundings and myself in autumnal colors and patterns. It's this time of year where I start seeing pumpkin-flavored and scented items everywhere. The nostalgia of being home in my mom's kitchen accompanies this pumpkin obsession. I grew up in apartment buildings, and since the kitchen was tiny and all the rooms were situated close to each other, the smell of pumpkin pie baking filled every corner. Turning on the oven also made our home even more warm. Baking during autumn was such a treat for all the senses when I was a tiny human. And since I am a first-gen Mexican American, I have been lucky to experience calabaza con leche. I remember pulling up a chair at the kitchen table of my tia Reina's home and being served this delicious caramelization of pumpkin and warm milk. It is the first memory I have of experiencing this traditional Mexican treat. All I kept wishing in the short time of eating my serving was that my mom could make calabaza con leche at home. It really was love at first bite. As with most Mexican recipes for sweet treats, piloncillo and canela are one of the main stars of the show in terms of ingredients. The season of autumn raises my spirits and takes me back to my youth. As a kid, I was over the moon to take a field trip to pumpkin patches. Getting out of the city and into the country air with friends was a lovely change from the urban space that I grew up in. I remember the crisp air pinching my face until it was rosy, and the sweet smell of hay. It made me feel alive. I've always felt that nature has these magical powers to envelop us with a beauty which can leave us in a fantastical world by simply stepping outside. Due to my fond love of autumn, I've decided to dedicate the next few episodes to illustrating as many autumnal scenes as possible. I've started with pumpkins and of course our curious and adventurous glasses-wearing character. I would like this first illustration to capture our character's love for pumpkins by having her snuggle up and sleep on one. The pumpkins are pretty straightforward to draw, but as you can see, I have struggled with actually draping the character's blanket over the pumpkin. The draping needs to fall on the pumpkin more circular, not like a rectangular bed. It was only after I inked my drawing did I realize that the shape of her bed covers was off. As with many times on this journey, I now know for next time. These mistakes highlight my weaknesses, which can be difficult to digest at times. But they are such a massive push for me to hop on a course via Skillshare and begin with the basics. Just like autumn, I remind myself that to be human is to evolve, to change. We need to always be learning, even if it means becoming a student all over again, inside and outside of the classroom. Now, as for color, I enjoy giving my characters colorful frames. I grew up using glasses, and while it wasn't the coolest accessory at the time, I want my illustrations to be big shout-outs of love to all those kiddies who wear glasses today. As for the rest of the character, you all know as well as I do, I have to represent and let her glow in beautiful brown. I want all my characters to be a brown girl experiencing the innocence and simplicity of living in a whimsical world of the seasons. I want them to experience the magic that I imagined for myself and would reenact in the alleys or gangways on the south side of Chicago as a kid. For the rest of the illustration, I'm going to have fun and add in as many autumnal colors as I can. I want this character to be sleeping in the pumpkin patch of our dreams. And there you have it. This illustration is far from perfect, but a lesson that will hopefully bring me closer to my creative goals. Thanks for joining me, friends. Let's meet up again for the next one.